Welcome to Relaxing World Report. Today is Monday, June 15th, 2026. Business and technology. SpaceX went public on Friday on the NASDAQ. Shares priced at $135, opened at $150, and closed near $161. The company raised $75 billion, the largest public offering on record, at a valuation around $1.8 trillion. It lost just under $5 billion last year. Elon Musk, who owns about 42% of it, became a trillionaire on paper. Roughly 4,400 employees became millionaires. Also on Friday, Anthropic, the artificial intelligence company, disabled two of its most advanced models, Claude Fable 5 and Claude Mythos 5, to comply with the United States government export control order, citing national security. The order told the company to cut off access for any foreign national. Rather than do that selectively, Anthropic suspended the models for all customers. It said its other models were unaffected and that the government gave no specifics about its concern. And the Justice Department approved Paramount's $111 billion purchase of Warner Brothers, saying it found no evidence the merger would harm consumers. The deal would place two major film studios, two streaming services, and the news outlets CNN and CBS under a single owner. The Middle East. The United States and Iran said they have reached a preliminary agreement to end their war, with a deal to be signed on Friday. Officials in Tehran described a memorandum of understanding that extends the existing ceasefire by 60 days, reopens the Strait of Hormuz, and opens negotiations on Iran's nuclear program and on the lifting of American sanctions. On Sunday, President Trump wrote that he was authorizing the opening of the strait and the removal of the U.S. naval blockade. The fighting did not fully stop, though. On Sunday, Israeli strikes on the southern suburbs of Beirut killed at least 3 people and wounded 15. Israel said it had hit a Hezbollah command center, and Prime Minister Netanyahu said the strikes answered Hezbollah attacks on northern Israel. President Trump publicly criticized the timing, saying it should not have happened so close to a peace deal. Israel's defense minister said his forces would remain in southern Lebanon, parts of Syria, and much of Gaza indefinitely. In Gaza, Israel has continued near-daily strikes despite the ceasefire it signed in October. The Palestinian Health Ministry reported that the confirmed death toll since October 2023 has passed 73,000, with nearly 175,000 wounded. Ukraine. Russia carried out heavy strikes over the weekend. In Kharkiv, 5 people were killed in a strike that hit medical workers who had arrived to put out an earlier fire. Russia also launched its largest assault on Kyiv in weeks, killing 4 people and damaging the Kyiv-Pechursk Lavra, a monastery nearly 1,000 years old and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Ukraine, in turn, launched large drone attacks on Russian industrial sites. In Russia's Tula region, officials said a drone strike killed 3 civilians. President Zelensky said he had spoken with President Trump ahead of this week's G7 summit. Diplomacy. That summit opens today in Evian, France, on the shore of Lake Geneva. The leaders of the United States, Canada, Britain, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan, along with the European Union. France, which holds the presidency this year, has also invited the leaders of India, Brazil, Egypt, Kenya, South Korea, and Ukraine. The agenda is global economic strain and the world's active conflicts. Africa. The Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of the Congo and Uganda kept growing. As of Saturday, health officials reported 782 confirmed cases and 181 deaths, including a record 72 new cases in a single day, 1 month after the outbreak began. It is caused by the Bundi-Bujo strain for which there is no licensed vaccine or specific treatment, and it is spreading through an eastern region already troubled by armed conflict. Asia. In Afghanistan, Taliban police opened fire on a crowd in the western city of Herat, killing at least 2 people, according to the United Nations. The crowd had gathered to protest the detention of more than 24 women accused of violating the country's dress code. Public protest has been rare under the Taliban, which has barred women and girls from most education and employment. The Americas. The Trump administration said a U.S. strike inside Venezuela had killed the alleged leader of the Tren de Aragua gang, carried out in coordination with Venezuela's interim government. It came amid a continuing American campaign of strikes on boats in the Caribbean and the Eastern Pacific that the administration says are tied to drug trafficking. More than 200 people have been killed, and legal experts have called the strikes unlawful. The administration also blocked the delivery of about 250,000 barrels of fuel to Cuba, where shortages have deepened a long energy and humanitarian crisis. The shipment, arranged through a Florida company, had been intended for Cuba's private sector and for humanitarian and religious groups. Europe. In Albania, thousands marched through the capital, Tirana, for a 3rd week, opposing a luxury resort planned for a former military island and linked to Jared Kushner, the U.S. president's son-in-law. Over the weekend, demonstrators tore down fencing at the site, and calls grew for the Prime Minister to resign. In Britain, 4 activists from the group Palestine Action were sentenced as terrorists over a 2024 raid on a factory run by the arms manufacturer Elbit. Their sentences range from 4 to more than 7 years. It is the first time a British court has applied terrorism sentencing to people who were not convicted of a terrorism offense. The United States. President Trump marked his 80th birthday on Sunday by hosting a mixed martial arts event on the White House lawn. 7 fights inside a 600-ton steel structure, with cabinet officials looking on. Some of the fighters were to be paid in a cryptocurrency issued by the president's family business. A federal judge ordered the president's name removed from the front of the Kennedy Center in Washington, ruling that the rebranding had been unlawful. The lettering came down over the weekend. And dozens of members of Congress, including several Republicans, urged the administration to halt a plan to deport hundreds of Afghan refugees, many of them former U.S. interpreters, to the Democratic Republic of the Congo or to other countries they have no ties to. Sports. The New York Knicks won the NBA championship, beating the San Antonio Spurs 4-1. It is the franchise's first title in more than 50 years. The Carolina Hurricanes won the Stanley Cup, beating the Vegas Golden Knights 4-2, closing out the series on the road with a shutout. It is the team's first championship since 2006. And the World Cup played on across North America. The United States beat Paraguay 4-1. Brazil drew with Morocco. Scotland, back in the tournament for the first time since 1998, beat Haiti 1-0. And Germany beat Curacao, the smallest nation ever to reach a World Cup, 7-1. In Memoriam. Jean Shalit, the film and arts critic who reviewed movies on NBC's Today Show for decades, known for his mustache and his puns, died on Friday. And the rest of us got through another ordinary weekend. The dishes, friends and family, and the people and things we love. Have a good evening.